Yekoloyim Yahweh, the Most High God, which He is. Ba'asham, in the name of Yahweh Shai, His Son, He who delivers. Ba'asham, in the name of the Wakal Kodash, Holy Spirit, Spirit Holy, right? This is your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who were well salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. Right? The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom, right? To the brothers, right, who phenotype may look like another nation and have come back to the fold, right? Shalom. To the sister Akwaf listening silent, Shalom. Because right here it says GOP blocked debt limit hike government funding, right? So this is determining what whether they shut the government down again, which hey, it did a doozy last time, right? So all you took that yob for no reason, right?
Congressional Democrats are pushing to raise the national debt ceiling before the government runs out of funding at the end of the month. Democrats are looking to suspend the debt limit in a short-term government funding plan. However, Senate Republicans are standing firm that they will not support the stopgap legislation. The push comes a week before Democrats are set to vote on the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill by September 27th. In addition, if the government does not receive additional funding by October 1st, it will be forced to shut down. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole Killion. Hi, Nicole. So Democrats are planning to move on this vote today. Republican leadership stands by the fact, standing firm, that they will not increase the national debt limit. First of all, this is not about current spending, correct? But this is about debts the nation already has. In other words, money that's already been spent. So is this somewhat of a dangerous game of chicken that the GOP is playing?
Oh, well, look, Republicans' main argument is that they feel that it is irresponsible of Democrats to want to continue spending. So whether you're talking about past spending, future spending, the fact that they're getting ready to tee up this $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, in their view, is reckless. And so that's why they don't feel that they want to support increasing the debt limit at this time, because it only adds to the debt. So why would they go along with Democrats and try to support this, especially when Democrats are trying to move this massive piece of legislation without any Republican support? But, Democrats are firing back that Republicans are really playing with fire here in their view, and they continue to argue that, a lot of this spending, to your point, is past spending, some of it for COVID aid and relief, and that Republicans under former President Trump voted to increase the debt limit at least 3 times. So why would they not do it this time?
This is Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen, right? In America, which is the daughter of Babylon, which this is what it's talking about, which is America, the daughter of Babylon, is suddenly fallen, right? Due to their economics, their military, their education, everything, their moral compass, everything about America is been fallen, right? Their attitude towards the Most High, it's veered off, right? Because they try to say America's a God-fearing country, right? They declared America the Bible, like a Bible nation. What was back in 1980 something, mid 80s or so, or 80s, around that time. But you're not the Lord's people. You don't fear the Most High Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and you have been fallen as a nation, as a people, as the Edomites. You're fallen, right? Right, the self-proclaimed white man. You're fallen. and destroyed, right? So we're waiting for that day that America be destroyed. How for her take bomb for her pain, if so be she may be healed, right? So I like the way the Lord does that, man. Because like the other one, he says, you know, get your prognosticators and all your things if you may be saved. I know, roughly paraphrasing, if it's possible for you to be saved, right? But he know it's not possible for you to be saved. It's not possible for you to be healed. We would have healed. See, we would have healed. It's not possible for you to be healed. We would have healed Babylon. We would have healed America. But she is not healed, right? She's not healed, right? So that's their you know, their way of trying to prop themselves up due to the military, due to the Desert Storm, fighting over there, stealing uranium, gold, doing all these different things, going into all these different places in the world, taking all these different things. But you know, America's always been that cash cow, but now the cash cow is all of a sudden spitting out powder now. You know, there's no more milk in it. So, you know, even the elites pretty much know that, right? They're pretty much done with America. So it says, yeah, she's not healed, right? Dealing with that androgynous Statue of Liberty, which really is a man in drag. Forsake her, right? Because they you know, they quote what do you call it? Someone's homeland as her or the motherland, right? Because the motherland to America would be England, right? You know, it says take bomb, yeah. Forsake her, let her go, everyone into his own country, right? And everybody's gonna go into their own country, and a lot of that's already started. Like they had a lot of those Russians that were over here, and Putin called for all Russians everywhere to return back to Russia, right? And you know, there's some other nations that's still here, and then they just flew some more here without maxing them, without you know, without giving them the icky vicky or testing them, right? But it says yeah, let us go everyone into his own country, which that's going to start happening soon, for her judgment reach unto heaven, and lift up everyone, lift it even unto the sky, right? Unto the Most High, right? So let's matter of fact, let's look up the bomb first, right here in verse 8. Because, you know,
Strong's H 6875. Sorry.
oh, right. Because this is how we know that this is America, right? Because America deal with merchandise. Oh, what? They got all those ships in the harbor out there on the West Coast. Over 100 ships saying that they can't take off the merchandise, right? So even with that means there's oh, look right here, it says from an unused root meaning to crack, right? So America's starting to crack. They can't get the things off the harbor, right? Crack, leak, right? Right? As merchandise. So your merchandise, as medicine. What? And what are they doing now? The so-called CV-19, giving you the icky vicky, the medicine, the infrastructure, your merchandise, everything's starting to crack. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We would have healed Babylon. Let's go into this one real quick. Let's go to Hill for Rapah.
Strong's H7495. Rafah. Rafah.
No, it's Rapah. Rapah. Heal. Make health full. To heal. Heal physically. Of men. Of hurt. Of a nation. Hurts of nations. Right? Involved. Right? So they would have healed this nation, which is America. Right? Let's go into this other one. Babal.
Strong's H894. Bavel. Bavel.
That's Babal, which means basically confusion, like I was saying. So you're in a city of confusion, which is America, right? Right? And if sins reach to the sky, it says, and the power Yahweh have brought forth our righteousness, which is talking about the elect, right? Right? The elect, and then all of Israel is going to be brought back as children through the elect. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh, our power. Make bright the arrows, right? Which, because ICBM missiles are ultimately going to come upon America through World War III, because they're blocking the so-called GOP. They're doing this and that. That's the thing that they would need to try to so-called heal America or heal the nation, right? But they're going to block it again, and then they're going to be in this war with China, Russia, but ultimately it's going to be Russia, right? It says make bright the arrows, right, which are nuclear missiles. Gather the shields, right, for World War III. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes, which is talking about Russia. Russia, it wasn't called Russia back in that time. That land where Russia's at, or just south of that, is the Medes, the Medo-Persian, not Medo-Persian, Slakia, the Gog and Magog, Salakia, Gog and Magog area, Salakia, Gog and Magog area. Which is the Medes. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see what that is. The Medes. Come on. Media. Of Japhet, right? Right. Because at that time that was Japhet's land, right? The children that came from Japhet. Right. Okay, yeah. But those are Edomites that live in that land. So the Lord is basically saying they're not Japhet, but in a sense he's saying the land of Japhet, right? Those people, since they took over the land of Japhet, he's referring it to as that land. So which are the Medes, right? Salakia. For his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple, right? Which are the people, the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, are the temple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is going to be destroyed. Yeah, this is Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down, right? Which is America, Babel. Babel is basically confusion, right? And every house is shut up, right? They basically, they did the so-called first lockdown. They about to do another lockdown, right? All your houses are going to be shut up, right? Plus, not to mention when you deal with, the food shortages, water, all these different things, that no man may come in, right? Martial law, lockdown, right? There is a cry for wine in the streets, right? And you're gonna be looking for the men of the Lord, right? Looking for something that truth. You're gonna be looking for the truth. All joy is darkness, right? Because even if you did somehow try to enjoy yourself, it's gonna be like to no avail, right? It's gonna not. It's just still gonna be. Your joy is gonna be darkness. You're gonna. You know how normally you drink liquor, and you feel a little bit better. Like, yeah, dang, I drank that. You know what? I'm not gonna stress. I'm good. And you go on with with life, right? Smoke some crack, smoke some weed, whatever you do, right? Whatever your choice of drug, right? You go bang out a chick or something. But hey, even in that, all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So, hey, you can get as many chicks as you want. You can smoke much crack as you want. Smoke weed, drink liquor, party, BS, right? It's not fulfilling. It's going to be darkness. In the city is left desolate, right? Which ultimately the ICBM missiles are going to hit America, and it's going to be left desolate. And the gates is smitten with destruction, right? Because they have their so-called defense system, but their defense system is not going to work, right? That gates goes into defense, right? Because your gate is your first line of defense. So the ICBM missiles are not going to work for America, right? Their so-called defense system, right? When thus it shall be in the midst of the land, right? The ICBM missiles land among the people, there shall be as the shaking, right? When the ICBM missiles, it's going to shake this whole place. A shaking of an olive tree, and as the glistening grapes when the vintage is done, right? Because America is gonna be done. It's finished. Put a fork in America. It's done. Babylon is fallen, man. It's gonna be destroyed. Isaiah chapter 25, verse 2. Thus has made a city in heap, right? Talking about the Most High. Because ultimately this is of the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Through his son, who he's going to give the power to come back and judge the quick and the dead. But it's ultimately of the Most High, Yahweh. His son is going to deliver, but his son is also going to what? Is to destroy. Right? Of a defense city, a ruin, right? Like I said, their defense system is not going to work, right? America's still going to be a ruin, a place of strangers to be no city, right? This is a place where it's going to be a no city. It shall never be built, right? And America's never going to be built up again, right? Ever again. Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 13. The thorns shall come up in her palaces, needles and bramblers in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be in habitation of dragons, like snakes, lizards, things like that. A court for owls, the wild beast of the desert, right, shall also meet the wild beast of the islands, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and the screech owl shall rest there and find herself a place of rest. Let's see what that one is. That satyr. What is this?
Strong's H8163. Sa'ir. Sa'ir.
Oh, satyr. Oh, hare. Rabbits. Talking about rabbits. Rabbit. Hare. Hairy. He goat. Bucks. Oh, bucks. He goats. Oh. Okay. Like swine. Oh, go. Devil. Harry. Well. Kid. So. I guess hairy goats and deers and rabbits and whatever, desert creatures basically. And there shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch and gather together her shadow, and there shall the vulture also be gathered, every one with her mate, right? So America's going to be a desert, It's going to be, you know. So with all that, call all Yim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who blew well. Salutations to the Akim and the four winds, preaching truth and sincerity and within their heart, risking their lives more now than ever, right? You know, the hopeful elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel, right? And you've come back to the fold, Shalom. To the sister Akwaf, listen in silence, Shalom, death to America.